just when it felt like the AI video battle had settled.
Kling just came back with something that might change everything.
Kling 3.0 has officially landed on Artlist, and the claims are massive.
In this video, I will compare Kling 3.0 to the current giants in Gen AI, Veo 3.1 and Sora 2, using the exact same prompt and same rules. We will do the comparison in two main phases: text to video, image to video. For each phase, we will judge the videos on 4 key parameters: prompt obedience, motion and physics, micro actions and continuity, audio realism. Before we begin, I'm using Artlist for this entire comparison. Inside this platform, you get everything under one roof. The top image generators, editors, and the newest advanced video models are all here in a single interface. No more jumping between 10 different apps, no more logging into multiple subscriptions, and definitely no more switching tabs every 2 minutes. Let's start with the most important test: pure text to video. I'm using this exact same prompt for all the video models. We start inside the video section. I input my prompt. I have selected Kling 3.0. While these generate, keep this in mind. Most AI videos fail not because they look bad, but because they don't behave like real cameras. Here is the resulting clip. Starting with prompt obedience, Kling follows the prompt very accurately. The character design, outfit, and MMA gym environment all match perfectly. Next is motion and physics. The punches feel powerful and controlled. Looking at micro actions and continuity, the sequence flows naturally. After the punches, the fighter steps back, wipes sweat with the towel, and drinks from the water bottle exactly as described. And finally, audio realism. The punch sounds and gym ambience are well synchronized with the visuals. Overall, Kling 3.0 delivers a very strong text-to-video result. Alright, now let's move on to the second model, Veo 3.1, using the exact same prompt. The overall environment is correct, but some key details are missing. The clothing doesn't fully match the prompt, and the character design feels less consistent compared to what was specified. The punches don't make proper physical contact with the heavy bag, yet the bag still moves. The towel appears suddenly without a natural transition, and at one point it morphs into the water bottle. This kind of object deformation breaks the cause and effect logic of the scene and reduces realism. Alright, now let's move on to the third model, Sora 2. The character design, clothing, and overall gym environment match the prompt closely. The punches do connect with the heavy bag. However, the physics still don't feel fully grounded. The character never performs the towel action or hydrates from the water bottle, even though these actions were clearly defined in the prompt. There's also a moment toward the end where the character's movement becomes unstable, almost like the animation loses intention or control for a brief moment. So, after running the same prompt across all 3 models, Kling has set the benchmark here. And now the real question is, can these rankings change in Phase 2, image to video? That's exactly what we're about to find out. So first, let me show you the reference image I'm using for this test. This is the exact image I'll be giving to every model. Now I'm uploading this image here. And for Phase 2, I'm starting again with Kling 3. Next, I'm pasting in my animation prompt. This prompt is designed to test realistic motion, clean micro actions, and continuity. Not flashy movement, but controlled, cinematic realism. Alright, everything is set. Okay, the video is generated. Kling follows the reference image and animation instructions very accurately. The environment, character appearance, and overall scene remain consistent from start to finish. The interaction with the metal tool feels natural, with believable hand movement and proper object weight. When the tool is placed back on the table, there's no sliding or unnatural movement. Everything behaves as expected in a real-world environment. The cloth is picked up naturally, the hand-wiping motion feels controlled, and the transition into leaning forward to inspect the workbench happens smoothly. Audio realism is also solid. Overall, Kling delivers a very stable and realistic image-to-video result here. Alright, now let's move on to the second model, and this is Veo 3.1. Just like before, I've used the same reference image and the same animation prompt. At first glance, the result looks polished and believable. However, when we move into motion and interaction, some issues start to appear. The main problem happens during the cloth interaction. Instead of the character naturally picking up the cloth from the workbench, the cloth seems to appear directly in his hands. This creates a visible deformation. Audio realism is acceptable, but it doesn't feel as grounded or synchronized as Kling 3. Alright, now let's move on to the third model, and this is Sora 2.
Just how it should be.
Starting with prompt obedience, the scene does not fully follow the instructions. The prompt clearly specifies that the character picks up a small metal tool from the workbench, but in the generated result, the tool doesn't appear to be picked up naturally. Instead, it seems to appear suddenly, without a clear interaction or starting point. When the character uses the cloth, there is visible morphing where the cloth partially merges with the hand instead of behaving like a separate physical object. Another unexpected issue is audio behavior. Despite no dialogue being specified in the prompt, Sora introduces unintended speech elements, which creates inconsistency with the intended scene design. So in Phase 2, Kling 3 remains the clear winner. After testing all three models across both phases, using the same prompts, the same rules, and the same evaluation parameters, the result is actually very clear. If you want to test these models yourself and see how they perform with your own ideas, I've added the Artlist link in the description below. Try the same prompts, experiment with the tools, and see which one fits your workflow best.